In this video, we are going to discuss about the electronic effects in organic chemistry. You may know that around 80% of organic reactions involves charges. There will be positive and negative charge. It will combine together to give the product. So it is very important to know where the minus charge and plus charge will be present and what will be the effect. So that is nothing but electronic effect. There are three major electronic effects. The first one, it is resonance effect. The second one, it is inductive effect. And the third one, it is electronegativity. There is one more, hyperconjugation, but it is not that much used in organic reaction mechanism. So I focus only these three. In this video, we are going to discuss only about resonance effect. What is resonance effect? In order to explain that, I go for a system like this, double bond. The carbon which is attached to double bond, it has negative charge. So basically it is allyl anion. I go for another system in which it is attached with amine. The nitrogen has a lone pair of electron. There is one more system like this, vinyl ether, methyl vinyl ether. This oxygen has two lone pairs of electron. Now the resonance is nothing but this minus charge can fall on this bond and this double bond can migrate on this carbon to give this species. So again it is allyl anion. If there is some substituent here, say here there is some substituent or here, then it will be different. So in this case, it is a simple case. It is both are same. Not only minus charge, even the lone pair of electron can involve in resonance. So what we get is minus charge here. Since the nitrogen has lost its lone pair, we get plus charge on nitrogen. Compared to this alkene, this minus charge is more nucleophilic. In this case also, there will be resonance like this. We get this. Generally, the resonance is given by this arrow, double-headed arrow. Next, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. The next one, say halogen, which has three lone pairs of electron. In this case also, there is possibility. But since halogens, they are highly electronegative, it will not give the lone pair of electron readily. So because of that, the magnitude of this resonance will be somewhat less compared to this species. So the resonance will be more in the case of allyl anion, then somewhat less in the allyl amine. Sorry, it is vinyl amine, and it will be lesser in methyl vinyl ether, and it will be negligible amount in the case of vinyl chloride. Not only allyl anion. Suppose if it is allyl cation like this. Now, this lone pair of electron, since it is electron rich, it falls here to give this species. So this bond has migrated here. Because of that, we have only CH2 here. So it becomes plus. So not only carbanion, carbocation also can undergo resonance. A similar system like this. Here we don't have carbocation or carbanion, but because of this more electronegative atom, we have del plus on this carbon. It is not exactly plus, it is del plus. There is some positive charge. So what happens? This undergoes resonance to give this. So the resonance can take place in the case of allyl anion, allyl cation and alpha beta unsaturated system. Whenever there is electron withdrawing group, then there is possibility for resonance effect. Last one, it is conjugated system like this. Benzene. So you may be very familiar with this. So there will be resonance between this double bond to give another structure. What's the importance of resonance effect? In order to explain that, I am going to discuss these 6 topics. The first one, aromatic electrophilic substitution. The second one, 2 functional groups, alpha beta unsaturated system. It may be ketone, ester, nitrile, nitro, whatever it may be. Then vinyl ether, it may be methyl vinyl ether or silyl enol ether. And the leaving group tendency of acetate, sulfonate. So we are going to discuss about that. How the resonance effect affects the kinetics, rate of the reaction, how it is getting affected because of this resonance. That is the next topic. Then it also affects the NMR and IR spectroscopy. So we are going to discuss about that. The last one, acidity of the compound. The first one, aromatic electrophilic substitution. If you take benzene and if you go for electrophilic substitution, what we get is this product. In this case, all the 6 carbons, they are identical. So there is no problem. Wherever you put E, that will be same. This is also same. But if I introduce some group like this, now look at this system. It is nothing but alpha beta unsaturated ketone. So this bond can involve in resonance. So what we get is this intermediate. Now we can find positive charge on this carbon, that is ortho carbon to this carbonyl group. This plus cannot attack another plus charge, that is electrophile. So there won't be reaction between this positive charge and electrophile. So electrophile cannot be added on this carbon. Further, look at this. It is equivalent to allyl cation. So this may migrate further to give this species. Again, we get positive charge on the para position of carbonyl group. So it cannot attack electrophile. This position cannot attack electrophile. So in the case of acetophenone, in which electron withdrawing group is attached to, in which this acetyl group is attached to benzene, cannot react with electrophile with the carbon in the ortho and para position. So they cannot react. So you will not get ortho and para substituted product in this case. The same thing you can say for this compound. Instead of CO, now we have NO. Similarly for C triple bond N. So it should not be a bent, but still I have given it should be straight. Since it is sp carbon, it should be straight, but I have given like this so that easily you can follow. Similarly for ester and aldehyde. In all this case, there is resonance. Because of that, we get positive charge on the ortho carbon and para carbon. So the electrophile cannot be added to these positions. So only position available is this one. So electrophile can attack this position to give the product. So that is nothing but meta. That is why they are meta directive. I go for another substrate, anisole. It has two lone pairs of electron. If you look at this system, it is vinyl methyl ether. Now this lone pair can come here. So what we get is minus charge like this. Now this carbon has minus charge. So it is more nucleophilic. So it can attack electrophile very easily because this is minus and plus. So we can get a product in which the electrophile is substituted on the ortho carbon. If you look at this further, this is allyl anion. So this may fall here. What we get is the minus charge on this carbon. So again it can attack electrophile to give the product. So when there is OMe, we get more negative charge on this carbon and para carbon. So they are ortho para directing. What about this meta position? We have not reduced the electron density on the meta position, but we have increased the electron density on ortho and para carbon. Since it has more electron, this position will attack preferentially than the meta position. This is the case not only in this. If you go for NH2 aniline, so we have lone pair of electron on nitrogen. So we have also lone pair in acetanilide. Acetate, phenol, all this case, even thiophenol. Whenever there is lone pair of electron in the atom attached with the benzene ring, then they will direct to the ortho and para position. Second one, it is alpha beta unsaturated system. And methyl vinyl ether. So here not only ester, it may be ketone or it may be aldehyde, even it may be NO2 or nitrile. So if you see all these groups already we have come across in the earlier slide. There it was in aromatic ring. So this double bond was like this in a ring. Benzonitrile, nitrobenzene. But now I have taken only the double bond. It is not aromatic ring. So these groups, and we have also vinyl ether. So vinyl methyl ether, here we call it silyl enol ether. The interesting thing between these two groups is, because of the lone pair of electron, the electron density on this beta carbon has increased. Say this is alpha and beta. It is more on beta carbon. In both cases, we get negative charge on the beta carbon. But in this case, because of this resonance, we get this is alpha and beta. We get positive charge on beta carbon. So since this is the group, we have to consider this as alpha and beta. In this case, this is the functional group. I go for alpha and beta. In this case, you should not give alpha for this. This is alpha position and this is beta position. So that makes the difference in the reactivity. The case of alpha beta unsaturated system, the beta carbon has positive charge. But in the case of methyl vinyl ether, it has minus charge. So because of that, the reactivity will be different. So this minus charge will react with electrophile since they have opposite charge to attack. But in this case, the nucleophile can attack this carbon. Third point, it is leaving group. You may know that sulfonate or tosylate, they are better leaving group. Say like this. This is called tosylate, TS. We have also mesylate and nosylate, something like this. This is known as nosylate. Or mesylate we have, in that we have this one. This is mesylate. And also we have triflate. This is most common in organic synthesis. O minus. If you look at this, we have sulfonate in all the 4 leaving groups. After that, it is attached with some group. These groups can be easily replaced by nucleophile, because once it is left the organic molecule, this minus charge can delocalize over this oxygen atom. So what we get is like this. Further, it can delocalize on this oxygen atom also. So because of that, we get 3 resonance structure, and it is resonance stabilized, so they act as better leaving group. Even acetate can act as leaving group to some extent. The reason is this resonance. But generally we don't use this as leaving group because we need somewhat harsh condition for that. But when you go for this tosylate, nosylate, mesylate and triflate, even at mild condition they can be replaced. The next one, how the reaction rate is affected by the resonance effect. So here that is given by Hammett equation. I am not going into that in detail, but I give some flavor of that. Consider the base catalyzed hydrolysis of ester. The base attacks this carbon since it has del plus. Because of the oxygen atom, there is del plus on this carbon. So what we get is O minus, OET, already it is there. Now OH I have added. Now when it comes back, we get acid. This is the mechanism. Now, higher the del positive on this carbon, higher will be the rate. If I add electron donating group here, this lone pair of electron will go inside and it will reduce the positive charge on that carbon like this. So now there is more electron density on this. So nucleophile, that is OH minus here, will not attack this easily compared to this. So the rate of this reaction will be somewhat less. I go for another system. Like this. Since it is electron withdrawing group, it pulls the electron from here. So what we get is plus charge on this carbon and like this. Since there is plus charge, here also plus charge, the nucleophile will easily attack this because the electron deficiency on this position is very less. So it will attack easily. So the rate of this reaction will be higher compared to ethyl benzoate. So this will react faster than ethyl benzoate and this will be slower. So if you take this as reference, when I introduce electron donating group, it is in spectroscopy, the rate is getting decreased. When I introduce electron withdrawing group, electronic rate is increasing. First I go for NMR. If electron density is high, then the chemical shift will move towards shielded region. That is, the value, del value will be less. If the electron density is less, then it will go to de-shielded region. Del value will be high. For example, I go for this compound, anisole. Because of the resonance effect, what we get is minus. So this proton is expected to be in the shielded region or upfilled region. So generally the aromatic protons has to appear between 7.2 to 7.8, but this particular proton will appear around 6.5 to 7. I go for another system, astrophenone. Now, since the electron is going away from the ring, we get positive charge here. Because of that positive charge, it is de-shielded region. So this particular proton will come around 8. Earlier, because of OMe, we got this proton at 6.5 to 7. But the second case, it is around 8. The shift you can observe 6.5 and 8. Not only for that compound, even if you take this one and these two compounds, Because of the resonance, we get minus charge on this carbon. There are two hydrogens on this. These two hydrogens is expected to appear around 5.5. Since it is olefinic, generally it will be between 5.5 to 6.5. So even from 5 to 7. Because of this OMe, we get minus charge on this two hydrogen. We get minus charge on this carbon. Because of that, it is more shielded. So this particular proton appears between 5 to 5.5. On the other hand, in this case, we get positive charge on this carbon. So because of that, this is expected to appear around 6.5. So further, when it comes back, we have minus charge on this. So because of that, this particular carbon also shielded. So this carbon will appear around 5.5 and this will be around 6.5. What about IR spectroscopy? Let us go for this particular compound. This carbonyl ketone, I compare with this compound. Generally, this carbonyl carbon appears around 1700 centimeter inverse. But because of the resonance, this CO bond is no longer a double bond. So now it has single bond character. The earlier case it is double bond, here double bond, but here it is single bond. Because of that, the CO stretching frequency will be around 1650 centimeter inverse. It decreases. So higher the wave number, higher is the energy. E is equal to hc wave number. So when it is more, in this case it is more, the energy required for the vibration will be more. But in this case it is less because it is not double bond. It is partially double bond. So because of that we get less vibration frequency. The last one, it is acidity. Let us consider this compound. This compound, trifluorosulfonic acid and trifluoroacetic acid. In this case, if it goes as H+, if this leaves as H+, the resulting minus can delocalize over this oxygen atom. Similarly, this bond can resonate over this oxygen atom. So because of that, this hydrogen becomes more acidic. If you compare this with this compound, I have taken alcohol. This hydrogen is not acidic. To some extent it is acidic, but it is not as acidic as this trifluoroacetic acid. The reason is, here there is no resonance effect. So resonance effect after the H+ has formed. The conjugate base cannot resonate in this case, but here it can resonate. But still it is acidic because of electronegativity. So we will discuss about that in the next topic.